Let's just see if the stream is working. Alright, it says I'm live. See how long it takes to hear my voice. I just heard my voice. That's good. Alright, there you go. Let's go. So yeah, second quarter's just started, which is good. Good timing. Oh, it's not started. That was just a replay. Yeah, it is that tired out for flip's sake. Hello, Mr. Cow, how you doing? Second year, no days missed the entire first quarter. Yeah, but I have reasons this time, so. What was that? Hello, Ravina, how you doing? Who's going to win the Euros? I think France. I hope it's England, but I think it's France. Alright. Into the second quarter. Hello, Ben. Well up. Yes, you know the sky, sailing in space. Well, you know me too well, Ben. People always say France, but they never win anything. What are you on about? They won the World Cup. Like, what do you mean they never win anything? Just turn off Fixco France, probably one best WWE crowd. Yeah, we're talking about the football team, mate, not WWE fans. What's happened since? What? They've had one bad tournament since 2016. What are you talking about? 2016 reached the final. Of course, they didn't win, but they reached the final. 2018 won the World Cup. 2020 was their one bad tournament. 2022 reached the final. That was. What do you mean? A team that reaches three finals out of four is can't win a trophy. What are you talking about? Hope the astronaut is okay. Hello, Razor. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Doesn't matter if you finish second or bottom of the group. But you're saying, what you're trying to say is a team that reached the World Cup final a year and a half ago can't win the Euros. Especially when you consider they played a South American team. So they were the best European team at the World Cup a year and a half ago. And you're telling me they can't win the Euros. Come on now. Their last three tournaments, they reached the final. Their last four tournaments, they reached the final in three of them. How can you say they can't do it? What are you talking about? And bear in mind that they lost one on penalties and lost the other one like in the last like 2 minutes in extra time or something. It's not like they've been embarrassed in those finals either. And they won one of them. You might go to AC Milan versus Roma. Well, you're in Italy right now. Do I think Germany can win it? Possibly, yeah. I'm intrigued to see how they do. Obviously, they weren't the force they used to be, but yeah, I think home advantage definitely help for sure. But yeah, we'll see how they do. Because I look at their squad and it's interesting. I don't know if it's ready, but they're gonna have to be ready. Yeah, I think it's possible for sure. Somebody help me here. Ravinho is saying France cannot win the Euros. Yeah, maybe they might not win, but the last four tournaments they've played, they've reached the final three times. They've won one of them. They lost one on penalties. They lost one in the last 2 minutes. How can that team not win the Euros? What are you talking about? All they have to do is get a little bit more lucky. Plus, they've literally won a World Cup. AC Milan versus Roma is Optus Stadium. Oh, I didn't know that. Tottenham played Newcastle in. I don't know where they played. I don't know if it was Optus or Melbourne, but. I found it a bit weird flying 26 hours to play a friendly when you got the Euros around the corner, some of the players will have to play on the Euros, and on top of that, this international thing normally happens pre-season, not post-season. Especially not just before a tournament. Rivino is right. What is reasons? You're saying he's right. He's given no reasons why France can't win it. All he said is, did they win it? They've won nothing since the World Cup. What else is there, mate? Have you got actual reasons? You don't get what people get interested in the World Cup and Euros. The same teams win it all the time. Do they? 2018 Argentina, 2014 Germany, 2010 Spain, 2006 Italy, 2002 Brazil, 1998 France. That's the same team winning it every time? What? That's the World Cup. The Euros, memory needs to be better for the Euros. Euros, obviously Italy was the last one. Before that was Portugal. That was their first time ever. 2012, Italy. 2008, who won 2008? 2008 was Spain. 2004 was Greece. Greece won in 2000. What do you mean the same teams? I think Razor on drugs or something. What do you mean the same team wins it every time? This ain't the Premier League when Man City win 6 out of 7. Or Germany, where Bayern Munich have lost their first ones in like 12 years or something. Suppose my best mate is named Piggy. It might have been if I was on time, but I was late today. But there's a reason I was late, to be fair. I went to work, I came back, I went to bed at like 2 a.m. and I got up at like 7. Yesterday I got up at 7 because there was a job fair at my workplace. Different companies come to the workplace to advertise job opportunities. So I went there in the morning. It was like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. but I went early because I had a job interview at 1 p.m. Like across the city, like an hour away. So like I went to the job fair at my work, and then I left on the. I'd spent like an hour and a half there talking to different companies. Then I left on the train. The train took like an hour and 10 minutes to get to this place, and from this place I had to walk 20 minutes to get to the actual building for an interview. So I'm just like, this travel's annoying, mate. I don't mind an hour train journey, but 20-minute walk after you get at a train station, like that's almost an hour and a half. But anyway, yeah, I went to the interview went well. Then I went back. I came back home. And then I had to go to work because I had a work shift until midnight. And then I literally survived from 7 a.m. to midnight on 5 hours sleep. And I didn't go to bed till like 1 a.m. as well, half 1. So that's why I'm late today, because I was just out of it. I even woke up in the first quarter. I thought, let me go to sleep again. Then I thought, you know what, let me go and stream. I actually want to sleep more right now, to be honest. Who's going to be a surprise in the Euros? Good question. Let me Google the Euro groups and let you know. I'm trying to, because I tried to like, if you have a group that's not like too hard, it might help. Another goal for the Bulldogs. It's the first one of the quarter for them. Hungary, Hungary's possibility for sure. Maybe Croatia. Although Croatia have become a better team now, but I still feel like they would be a dark horse. Maybe Austria could do something, but I never know of Austria. Sometimes they show some promise and then they just flop. Maybe Turkey might do something. I don't know. I don't know anything about Turkey's squad though. I just know that Turkey play with passion. They got to, I think, the semis in 08, I think, and that was just an incredible run. And then the semis in 2002 as well in the World Cup. Maybe he means the Premier League Man City four-peated. Yeah, the first four-peat ever in England, and on top of that, they won 6 of the last 7. The only one to stop them so far, Liverpool. Premier League screw autocorrect. Don't worry, I knew. I know what you meant. If you look back at the last 100 years, 4 teams dominated the World Cup. Yeah, well, you're saying it's the same team every time, but like I've named a different winner every year since 1998. But you're looking at the entire history. Yeah, Brazil won 3 in 4 years at one point, but that was in the 60s and 70s. I think Uruguay won 2 in a row, but that was like in 1930 or something. Was it 1930 or 1938? No, they won 2 out of 3 because Italy won 1938. But yeah, apart from Brazil, the winners normally change quite often. Like, yeah, Germany won it 4 times now, but like, Germany won it in 2014. When was the last time before that? What, like the 80s? No, it was 1990. It was 1990. Italy's 4 times. They didn't come like, they came like, I don't see that as the same team winning every time. Like, if you said, oh, the winner's always South American or European, that's a good point. But I don't get this idea of the same team wins it every time, when since 1998 we've had a different winner every time. Was it Spain? We had Spain, the first time winner. In the Euros we had Greece. Like, no one expected Greece to win a tournament, but they did that. International football compared to club football is a lot less unpredictable. It's a lot more unpredictable, I should say, in terms of like winners. But yeah, normally the winner is like a big favourite, but it does change quite often. Portugal as well, first time Euros winner. Argentina's World Cup recently was like the first in so long, like how many decades? And they're meant to be like one of the biggest football countries ever. I thought the umpire would give high for that one. Spain have only won 1. England won theirs 50 years ago. No, Uruguay have won 2, mate. Yeah, but Spain winning 1 in 2010 just shows that we're not getting the same winner every time. Plus, England not winning. England is basically, it's funny for me because England is basically, what would Arsenal be like if they were a country? That's what England are, pretty much. England are just good at bottling things, unfortunately. So, if we had a better manager in 2021, we would have won that. We would have beaten Italy. The game management was so awful, and you lose it on penalties. It's just like, if we managed the 90 minutes better, we might have done something. David, name me a World Cup where underdog has won. So you've lost your argument on the Euros. So you conveniently take the Euros out of your argument now. Now that you've realised underdogs have won Euros before. It's happened twice with Greece and Portugal. Name your World Cup underdog has won. But that wasn't your point earlier. You said the same teams win it every time. But they don't. Almost 3 decades, the winners change every single time for the World Cup. Hungary. To be fair, Hungary got a good team, but I don't think they'll win the tournament. But I think they got a good team. Norton ruled out. Yesterday, Newcastle beat Tottenham on pens at the MCG. Must be insufferable for me, David, watching Premier League, seeing the same team win at 6 out of 7. Yeah, but it is what it is. You know? I grew up watching Man United win like 13 out of 20, so it's just more suffering now. be fair, at least Man United winning 13 out of 20. Arsenal won a few in the middle, so we're not even winning AFL at the moment. So it definitely infuriates me more now. But over the entire year, David, only 18s won a World Cup. Yeah, but your point was that the same teams win every time, which is not the case. The World Cup is every 4 years, which has to be pointed out as well. Like, weren't Brazil the only consecutive winners ever? But how does that class as boring? I don't get it. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Go Sydney. If you look at Germany, for example, they won the World Cup in 2014. In 2018, couldn't get out of the group. Like, in the Premier League, you never see a team win the league and get relegated next year. Leicester was not the following season, so that doesn't count. An underdog country can never win the World Cup. But that's a separate point to what you said earlier. You've gone from a different winner does. We don't get different winners in the World Cup and Euros to just the World Cup because you realise in the Euros Greece won it, and then now you're on about an underdog will never win the World Cup. But this is a completely separate point to what you said earlier. You've changed your point like 4 times now, mate. And second, how do you know that? In 2002, South Korea and Turkey made the semi-finals. So if those two can make it that far, then sometimes you never know. Denmark. Yeah, in the Euros it's happened. In Euros, you had Denmark winning. Well, Denmark had a good team in fairness, but that was still a big surprise. You had, what do you call it? Yeah, I mentioned you had Greece winning. Portugal obviously are a good team, but Portugal winning that year was a big shock. That was an underdog story as well. In the World Cup, yeah, you had Hungary in the final a while ago. Obviously they didn't win it, but they were close. Hungary were very close a few times. That would have been underdog stories right there. You had South Korea and Turkey making the semis. Like, it's not like it's something like that's out of the question. Isn't it funny that I haven't seen Master McGee on here yet? Maybe he's sleeping. Doesn't that guy work like early mornings or something? I don't know what his job is, but I know he works quite early. He's probably doing Master McGee things. See, I'm very worried about what Master McGee things actually are. 8 teams out of 195. What? Why are you broadening to 195? How many of those 195 have qualified for the World Cup? You got to narrow that number down to who's actually qualified. Mars McGee would only make this argument for heated. Then Mars McGee would be like, soccer's boring. Why are you talking about soccer? No one cares. He wouldn't heat his argument up. Where did you mention the Euros? Your entire point started with the Euros. What are you talking about? You said you don't understand why people get excited over the World Cup and Euros. The same teams win them all the time. And suddenly when you realise, when I pointed out that Greece won the Euros, you suddenly said, you changed it to just the World Cup. Come on, that's just got to be better there. What did I tip for this? Did I tip the Bulldogs or did I tip Sydney? Because I'm pretty sure the first 2 games I said I'd take one underdog, one not. I did tip the Bulldogs. I tipped Collingwood in the second game then. Bulldogs by 7, so it's possible. It's still possible. You've got sushi. That's cool, Docker's lover. You've changed it up from the KFC. That's cool, mate. You got some range. Put Razor Ray on the list. Excuse me. You have known him for 7 years. Do you know what Mas McGee things are? 7 years? Yeah, 7 years. No, wait. No, it was so Mas McGee first appeared on a AFL Evolution stream. So it's gonna depend on when I streamed Evolution. When did Evolution come out? Yeah, that was 2017, yeah. Wait. Did I not? Oh, I did stream it. I just didn't. Okay, I searched on the wrong thing. When did I first stream Evolution? Yeah, yeah. So, like, one of these two streams is where I first met Mas McGee. One of these two streams. He was in the chat with two of his mates, Lobster Zoidberg and Chad Sexington. Weird names. I think maybe they were all him actually, but yeah. One of these streams. 20. Yeah, it has been 7 years almost. That's crazy. Who owes you money? You're gonna get a KFC giant feast. Can I check how long people have been subbed for? I think so. I don't know where, but I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to check it, but I'm pretty sure there is some way to check it. I just don't know where. The live chat is... I don't see the live chat on this stream. What happened to it? Dog's just free behind. It's my infuriating. Whoever started a stupid argument between you and Razor Ray, it's my infuriating the dogs kicking last week. I went to check the stream chat on my thing and I can't find the I went on that stream and I can't. There's no stream chat on it for some reason. That's weird. Oh well. Like this one. Did they just remove stream chat from like old streams or something? You've been away from my channel for a few years, but been subscribed within the last year. That's cool. Pointing at a screen is Descent. Got to enable it. It is enabled. It says live chat replay ticked. So I don't know why it's not Yeah. Mons McGee is finally here. With KFC. Go to the backup simulator. What's that? That was a gift from the umpire. Thank you for clarifying. That's the Bulldogs goal and not the KFC bucket. Davidoff's best friend is here. Well, relax there. You're finding Moss McGee for being 30 minutes late to the stream, keeping your hopes up for a Moss McGee free stream. Please rub it in, Moss McGee. Normally when you click on a stream, it just automatically loads a live chat as long as the stream is processed. That's what's confusing me. Because if I go on a recent stream, it's just there. It's like it's right there. Like, but when I go on an old stream, it's not there. Even though all the settings are the same, I'm so confused. Arsenal fans enjoying watching a red and white team, I see. How much you should fine him for? You should fine him 10 buckets of KFC. He's got to give those 10 buckets to people in the chat. There you go. I'm going to stay here for half time. I've not got any food to go and get, so... Actually, I do need water, but I'll keep the mic on. I'm only getting a couple bottles of water. probably need a coffee too, but I don't like coffee, so I don't know if it's worth getting some coffee beans out. Because, yeah, I mean, Mars wasn't here, but hello Ticon, how are you doing? But yeah, on Wednesday, I came back. I went to bed at like 2 a.m. I got back at midnight. I woke up at 7 because there was a job fair at my workplace. There was like 10 different companies there advertising opportunities and how to apply and stuff. So I went, I took my CV, I put my name down for a few things, applied for a few things. And then I had a job interview at 1 p.m. But my job interview was like other side of London, like over an hour train ride. So on 5 hours sleep, I went to this job fair at my workplace. Then I took the train to this interview. It was like an hour, 10-minute train ride, which I don't mind. I don't mind that. But the part that annoyed me was the walk after. I don't mind walking, but when you travel an hour and 10 minutes on the underground, and then you got to get out the station, you got to walk 20 minutes to the building. That's an hour and a half travel, one way. That's if I do take this job, that's 3 hours travel per day, and it's about £7 a day for travel as well on top of that. So and I did the interview. The job actually looks good as well. It's a very attractive job. The only issue is the travel. That's the only drawback I have. So if I do get it, I'm gonna decide, do I want to travel an hour and a half every day? 3 hours every day actually, for an 8-hour shift. But yeah, I had the interview, but didn't think a lot of people there. Apparently interviewing like 8 people today. But it's a really good job and it's really well paid. So it's an option, but travel's annoying. So yeah, on 5 hours sleep, went to this job fair in the morning, took the train to interview. I waited like 45 minutes because I got there early, and then I did the interview. Hour and 10-minute journey back, obviously from the train station. It's not from the walk from the building. And then I went home. I was at home for like an hour. Then I went to work because I had work. So I went to work, finished at midnight. And yeah, I think I fell asleep finally at like 1:30 in the morning. And then I woke up during the first quarter of this game, just like, so I might want to stay in bed a few more hours. Then I thought, you know what, I'll stream. So now here I am. So I arguably I need a coffee. I need a coffee, but I don't like coffee. So I'll let my tiredness stay, and I'll just hopefully get a better sleep tonight when I come back, because I got work today as well. Haven't got work tomorrow. Does anyone see the gold trophy? I did, yeah. Whenever any team wins, I watch a trophy lift, whether I like them or not. The most successful club in history. In history. Have you heard of Real Madrid for a start? And even in England, have you heard of Man United and Liverpool? Come on now. Obviously, I'm salty about not winning the title, but let's talk realistically here. Most successful club in history. Relax. You got Real Madrid, you got Man United, you got Liverpool, you got AC Milan, Bayern Munich. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. Mr. Cat, you still torturing your cat or not letting it hide? These are some crazy accusations, by the way. The last few streams, Master's been saying Mr. Cat tortures his cat because Mr. Cat says cats don't hide. But they do hide. I've seen cats hiding before. Weigh up the pros and cons for the job. I have been, and the main con is the travel. that's the thing. The job actually looks very appealing. It's a good pay rise compared to what I get. The pay is really good, but it's like the thing of the travel, right? I don't mind an hour and 10 minutes on the train. That's okay. I can do long travel distances, but it's just you get out the train station, and you're not near the workplace. You still got to take a walk, so it's an hour and a half, and then an hour and a half back, and it's just like that's 3 hours of traveling for an 8-hour shift. And it's like, But then the work actually is appealing. It's a job that interests me. It's a job I think I can do well. And I'm just like, oh, why is it over there? Has Real Madrid won 4 EPL trophies in a row? Are you asking if Real Madrid, the Spanish team, has won 4 English Premier League trophies in a row? Come on now, buddy. I know England has some Welsh teams playing in their leagues as well, but Spain is a bit far, mate. If Real Madrid played in the Premier League, they'd win quite a few. Let's stop being a bit ridiculous here. Hey, I think Rez is definitely trolling. Who cares about soccer? No skill, most money. You see what I said earlier, guys? When I was arguing with Razor Ray about the Euros and World Cup, someone says, imagine Mas McGee was here to make the argument worse. And I said, no, he'd say soccer is rubbish. Who cares? He said the exact thing I said he'd say. I am an expert predictor of life. In the YouTube comments of my channel. Take a bike in the train. Take a bike in the train. Oh, okay. For a second, I was just like, what do you mean? And now I know what you mean, but that's a bit long, mate. And also on top of that travel, it's I just look at the idea, because at the moment I pay maybe £2 a day for travel, because I live 5 minutes away from where I work. I mean, if I walked, it would take like an hour, but like on the train is one stop, that's 5 minutes. A bus can do it in 20 minutes. I live in a fairly good location where I work, so I'm looking at it and I'm just like, oh, £3. It costs me £3.50 to get there and £3.20 to get back, and that's like non-peak times. So basically, pretty much in rush hour they charge you more, which is an annoying system. But yeah, although the shift I applied for is quite a late one, so I would avoid that. But if I was working in rush hour times. Sorry, not working rush hour. If I was working like a 9 to 5, then that £7 a day would cost like £9 a day or something. It would cost like £4 something instead of £3.20. Razor out of his mind. Hello, Big Fryer. How you doing? I'm assuming you're not pronounced Big Fryer, but that's how I've said it. Can we all calm down here? We're not turning this into some versus debates. Which sport is better than which is all about opinion. The sooner everyone realizes that, the better. Second, both sports take a lot of skill. It's just, in different ways. Is there a job closer to me? Yeah, I've had like 6 interviews so far. I had 2 job offers. I actually rejected both for certain reasons. Although one of them I rejected, they said they put me on like a reserve list, so I can still join that company within 12 months if there's a vacancy available without interviewing. But the other company, that's gone now. I had the opportunity to take a night shift job somewhere, and I chose not to take it. It's a big worldwide company. Pretty good benefits, but yeah, I chose not to take that one. But yeah, there's an interview I had that's not far from me, literally just one bus, 20 minutes. No, it's 20 minutes in the car, but like one bus is like 30, 40 minutes. But yeah, there's another job I applied for with the same company that's an hour away, but the 1 hour away is a better job. But the one closer to me, it's a different job, something maybe I can do, but I don't know. What I find hilarious about people saying it's soccer, not football, By saying it's soccer, you're saying it's football because soccer is an abbreviation for association football. Right. Well, I just typed in the chat. Soccer is short for that. I'm not even joking either. So like when people say it's soccer, you actually are saying it's football, but you're saying a shortened version of that word, of those two words. So many soccer fans mad at players that they give money to trillionaires. Okay, buddy, that's like every sport, mates. Every sport is you giving money to rich people. It doesn't make it some incorrect thing. It's entertainment. That's how it works. Like when people watch TV shows, they're giving money to the actors and the directors and the owners of the studios. If you don't want to give money to rich people, I guess, I don't know, don't watch anything. Go outside and have some fun. AFL is run by rich men as well. Yeah, exactly. But obviously, people who watch worldwide football, obviously there'll be more richer people. But yeah, AFL people run AFL rich as well. Salary cap fair competition. Yeah, but you're still giving money to rich people. I don't know what the salary cap has to do with it. Doc, how are you doing? Welcome. See, this is why I love international football more. Because, yeah, Mars has a point when he says it's about money. Yeah, that is partly true. It's not, like, completely incorrect. But this is what I love about international football. Because in international football, you can't buy that success. You can buy facilities for training. You can, like... If you're a more developed country, you can set kids up more for, like, you know, to train more, become more talented. Like, it's easier for a kid to make it in the sport in a more developed country in certain ways. So, like, but generally speaking, international football, you don't just buy success, do you? It's about what players you have. It's about what players you have that play for your country. Like, the player has to either be born in your country, have citizenship, or have parents from your country to play for you. Or they got to have the genetics, obviously. Whereas in club football, you can just buy who you want, as long as they want to join. Actually, there's skill involved in both, mate. I don't know what skill's got to do with buying anything. That's two completely different points, mate. Move their money to some loser team who finish just side relegation zone, they win the title. Not necessarily. Someone tried to do it with QPR, it didn't work. It depends how you spend it as well. Anyone can kick a soccer ball, not anyone can kick a footy. That's the stupidest thing I've heard in my life. Anyone can kick either one, mate. You just move your leg towards the ball. What are you talking about? Hello, Thomas. What are you doing? Yeah, but you didn't say it properly, Mr. Gat. You said you can't kick it. Anyone can kick it, mate. and AFL players sometimes can't get it right. Yeah, that's the same in the soccer ball. What are you talking about? Not everyone can kick a ball the same way, no matter what the shape is. What are you talking about? When's the actually release that video? I have no idea at the moment. Kicking AFL is kicking AFL ball is definitely harder. Like I do feel like from watching both sports, I think AFL is a harder sport for sure. I have no argument there. But to say our football is it's just like it's just the simplest kicking a ball is just stupid. Like this entire chat could practice kicking a ball for years and they still wouldn't kick as well David Beckham. Like it's like there is a high level of skill to it. But yeah, I do feel AFL is harder for sure. I'm not talking specifically about the tackling. I mean, like beyond that. A genius like who? What drummer did you lose the championship final? The championship? The championship? The championship, yeah? You think Real Madrid are going to win the game between Leeds and Southampton? You alright, mate? Are you good? The championship, yeah? What's going on? Real Madrid are not in the championship. That's an English competition, my friend. I don't know what you mean. And they can't win the championship because the championship winners are Leicester City, followed by Ipswich. This is the playoffs. I don't know what you mean, buddy. I don't know what you mean. Richmond finished first again. Any season we find a way to just make the top four, we win a lot and lose a few, but that's due to the umpires. Maybe the Champions League final. Yeah, maybe. Euro? I'm not sure about Real Madrid winning the Euros, mate. You know, these are countries. Madrid is a city, mate. They can't take part in this, unless you mean Spain. Unless you mean Spain. Thomas Freddy, what's the language we have? Kids watching the stream. Tottenham lost to Newcastle, haha. It was a friendly. But if you're talking about the 4-0 game in Premier League, then haha, indeed. Sydney goal, maybe? Taking their time. It's a goal. 2 points ahead. They're going down like flies in this game. Yep. Another mark for Sydney. Can I do a face reveal? What are you talking about? Go Sydney. Brand Thomas for some obvious attempts to get on the list. Yeah, I can tell what he's doing. He's trying to get on the list. He said the most stupid things in the last 3 streams. Like, it's so obvious. Like, last stream he made like 10 auto accounts. And started spamming the chat. Like, this guy is doing everything he can to get on the list. And on top of that, he knows, but that because he's paid to be a member, he's not even paid actually. Ravino paid for him. The fact that he's a member, he knows he's automatically less likely to get suspended. Okay, because if he wasn't a member, he would have been timed out for like 24 hours. This guy, you should have seen him last stream, Ben. I don't know if you were here. He made like 10 auto accounts. He made one account at Brisbane Airport and Melbourne train station. Started making an announcement. Then he made like 10 more accounts, just spamming random words. I'm just like, this what's going on? Unfortunately, Ben, I have not found any mods yet. So there are no mods. I am the only one. You made 10 out accounts, mate. There were like 20 out accounts in the chat. You were like half of them. Relax, mate. You didn't even speak when they were speaking as well. So that's heavy sauce. We might revoke Thomas Footy's membership. Goes in. Change the price to the second tier. That's the problem. When I change the price, it deletes the members of that tier. So it doesn't let me change the price. I have to create a new tier and then delete that tier. But deleting that tier means I lose 2 members. So it's just like, and they get refunded. So it's just like, I don't know what to do there. I gotta wait till their memberships expire and then change it. We blame Ravina for getting membership almost 30. Gotta blame YouTube as well because I think that's touch. That's touch behind for the dogs. But yeah, the gifting is random. So when you press gift membership, it gives it to a random person. So we've got to blame YouTube as well. If I do it, you donate 5 members. That's risky business, my friend. Hello, Ross Stranger. How you doing? It's a good mark there. Bun talked the umpire into that one. Go Dogs. Just sue YouTube for millions of dollars, and Mars McGee can be my lawyer that I don't need membership thing anymore. You what, mate? You literally did make 10 accounts though, Thomas. And you never spoke when they spoke as well. See, Mars McGee was in the chat speaking to those bots while you had gone missing, so yeah, it's obvious it was you, mate. Now we know Thomas fully framed Ravinho. He's obviously one making all the outs of you and Ravinho and Mr. Cat. Yeah, mate, what if Thomas Footy was rigging all the polls? So we went to Ravinho for no reason. When there's a fake Mars McGee in the chat, that's definitely Thomas. When there's a fake Mr. Cat in the chat, probably Thomas. Fake 69 was Thomas. Fake Ravinho, was that Thomas as well? The fake Caden? The fake Caden McDonald, the fake Cardman, were those all Thomas as well? Make a video on the rules of streams, how I get banned. Relax, mate. We don't need to go that far. That's where you're wrong. It's ironic you say you're wrong, but use the wrong you're. It's your. The second the membership runs out, time him out and I see it stream before he shows up. Hello, Mark. Why do you always say Travis first? That's what I want to know. Who wins from here? I'm just gonna say Bulldogs because that's who I tipped. But it could go either way. It's been close since I started watching at quarter time. Hello, Mitchell. Your tips are Swans by 17, Collingwood by 12, Port by 47, Cons by 21, Cats by 12, Essendon Oils by 39, Hawks by 1. Ooh, Hawks to win. I hope so. Melbourne by 32, West Coast by 19. Okay. You can say multiple members are lunatics if you video the rules are necessary. I don't know about that one, Chief. I made a whole video about the rule of stupid idiots, and Thomas Fiddy clearly doesn't follow it because he tries to get on the list, which is literally against the rule of stupid idiots. Your favourite team, Essential Oils. Rule number 1: no people who forbid cats from hiding allowed by Mr. Cat. What was that? What was that kick? Just out on the floor completely? Someone in the crowd marked it? Brisbane still sadly lost the finals. Yeah, they've not been the same since that grand final. Rule number 2: thou shalt not request North Melbourne for the gauntlet unless it's Perry Richmond. You see what I mean, guys? Tom's trying to get on the list. No one in the right mind would say flag Eagles, like it's 2018 or something. Rule 3: correct grammar used at all times. Imagine being Mr. Cat's cat. You are enjoying sitting in your cardboard box, feeling safe and secure, and Mr. Cat pulls you out and it tells you off for hiding and takes your box away. Torture. Rule number 3: no impersonate channel icons such as yourself. Are you a channel icon, Mr. Cat? I'm not sure you are. 2018 Grand Final was incredible, though. It was indeed. Behind. It is now a draw. Hello, Genius Taco. Welcome to the stream. You are more iconic than everyone I already know. I probably know. Mr. Cat thinks he is the most iconic person I know. My days, mate. You're not even the most iconic cat I know, to be honest with you, mate. When's the Harlan Prime coming out? What do you mean? Oh, it is out. It's on my personal channel. It's on Sir Davidoff. I uploaded it and scheduled it, and I was at work when the game ended, so as soon as it was full time, I put it live. Well, I put one of them live. We don't talk about the other one. What other cats do I know? Garfield, mate. I'm his best mate. There's also the cat that walks around the car park next to my flat. There's a few cats in my granddad's road. You know. I'm not sure you're even top 10, mate. To be honest. Also, Tom from Tom and Jerry. You know. We talk on the phone. Yeah. We talk about who we find most annoying. He mentions Jerry. No comment on what mine is. Thomas Footy's going now. Past your bedtime, mate. You got hit by a car once. Damn. I don't know what to say to that, to be honest. Grumpy cat. Yeah, Grumpy cat. That's another cat that's iconic. There's this other cat that's there's a meme of a cat that's very shocked. It's like a grey cat and it's looking like this with its eyes wide open. That's an iconic cat. Your fat friend got hit by a car. They could have seen him because he's 4'11". Vandermeer. I thought you go for the shot for a second, but yeah. They got touched behind out of it. Dogs 11 behind is a bit like... I mean, it's typical Bulldogs, but still. The fact that Sydney only got 4. Release the Harlem Prime video if Arsenal won the title, members only. But Mars did suggest that. I don't know if I want to do it though. I feel like it's very embarrassing. 11 behind is nothing compared to last week. True. But still. Have you played Freo yet? That'd be behind Central, that one. Good play from Sydney there. He was on his own, unmarked. And it looks like it's going to be a guaranteed Sydney goal. But we have seen worse misses in recent weeks, so I'll wait. Goal for the Swans. 11 points. He was just playing FIFA. Your top midfielder did his ACL in his preseason match. Oh, that's a shame. David forgot about that game entirely. Yeah. Yes, I have. For a second I thought we talked about FIFA, and I'm just like, yeah, I've not played it in years. Oh, they beat you by 4 goals. Oh yeah, I watched that live. I think. That stream you think it was when this song called Room of You Missing Cat started. It was Freo 14-11-95 to Dogs 10-11-71. Seems legit. Damn, the Dogs lost 4 out of 5 games in that period. Before they played Richmond. What was my favourite grand final beside the ones Hawks won? The last 3 West Coast grand finals. What else? All of Brisbane's 3 people. That's because I like Brisbane though, not because of how good the games were. But yeah, in terms of like how good the games were, West Coast last 3 grand finals. The 2 against Sydney and the one against Collingwood. What other ones did I enjoy? I'm also going to say 2016 as well. It's funny because these two teams are playing, but yeah, I like an underdog story. The Bulldogs winning after a long drought was very special. But pretty much, if you've got Sydney, West Coast, or Collingwood in the grand final, most of the time it's good. Sometimes it's not. You know, we watched Sydney get blown away a couple of years ago. We watched Collingwood get blown away once, I think. No, they didn't. No, they blew someone. They blew someone else away. You play Luton Town if you're 22, recruiting cheap, ultra-fast players from Saudi leagues too quick. What was that kick? Well, at least it's behind, and now it's 2-0 lead for Sydney. The West Coast Eagles Swans era was so cool. Yeah, they had 5 incredible games, didn't they, in that period? 2010 was a weird one. Oh yeah, the draw. I would like that one more if Collingwood lost the replay, but it didn't. Missed mark. And a missed shot out on the full. Dogs in a bit of trouble here. Davidoff could have grabbed that ball and kicked the winning goal. Oh, really? Is Richards alright? Is that an ice cream? There's an ice cream tub thing next to in the back room area there. Dogs escaping here, but I feel like they need something a bit more special than escape like that. Dogs lost 2 to concussion and 1 with a knee, so it must be short on interchange. Yeah, for sure. There's an alarm. Don't know where the previous one was. That was a good mark there. Just as my alarm I stopped my alarm and I just see some incredible mark on the screen. pretty good. I feel like it looked better in real time than the replays. Not to criticize it. It was a great mark. I'm just saying it looked better like when it first happened. There you go. Now the Dogs are in trouble. He lost Raitman and Norton. Jamaris to carry the forward line. That's a bit extreme, Master. Yeah, I know T-card. Master's always extreme about everything. Chad Warner for the Brownlow. Pin and Harley Reid. Mars said earlier, right, that Harley Reid, because of him, West Coast might do something good or win the Premiership. I'm just like, relax, mate. Yeah, he's doing alright. You know, he's doing well. You can't even recall the last time Norton ever got injured and missed a game. If the Dogs lose, I make the list. Well, I'm gonna if they lose, I'll blame the injuries as my excuse. I think it's a valid excuse as well. He said North Melbourne would beat Essendon in 2024. Yeah, that's what Mars McGee said. I don't know what was going through his head, and now he's saying that he thinks Richmond will beat Essendon. Heaney will take too many votes off Warner. I don't know if 69 was here, you know. 69 just randomly pops up and agreed with someone. It just spawns in like it's Call of Duty. Behind for Sydney. 3 goals and a behind is their lead. So David thinks Harley Reid isn't good. I didn't say he wasn't good. I just said, like, you mentioned earlier that West Coast could win a flag because of him. I'm just like, maybe not this year, mate. He's just mad the Hawks beat them and cost Hawks get... Wait, he's just mad the Hawks beat them and cost Hawks getting him. I don't know about that one, Chief. Masters know they was talking about. He was our leading goal scorer for a while. Why is the Brownlow basically non-existent this year? No one's talking about it. Coming back be good this year. Career peaked and downhill since. Who, Norton? Green screen. That's not the green screen, that's the background. Oh, that's weird. But that side is... Nah, it's just... I think it's just the background. It's the wrinkle of the dog. I thought my green screen wasn't fully covering the background. $19 points. Well, should be a fun final quarter, but I think Sydney will win it. It's not going well for the Bulldogs at the moment. They need something pretty special. God, you don't have your green name. Every member's got a green name, mate. Doesn't mean they're all Tasmania fans. Mitchell, Mask is an Essendon fan. Opinion deck check for Mike Tyson. Is that this weekend? When is it? I'm very confused about this fight. I'm intrigued to see how it goes. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. He said a month or something, but Mike is way too old. My Titans are going to win. Both make lots of money, but that's all about it. Yeah, they make a lot of money. Right, last quarter is about to start. Here we go. Let's do this. What's more has happened? Logan beats Cody or Jake beats Tyson? Jake's more likely because everybody knows that Logan's losing to Cody. Or at least everybody knows Cody's not dropping a title. Warner's got a goal. Great start. Why is the pole now white instead of blue? Why have they changed it? Bulldogs either super good or very mid. Yeah. They've been a mix of both in the same game. Turn on dark mode for the pole. How do you turn on dark mode for the pole? That makes no sense. I don't decide what colour the pole is. What are you talking about? Go Dogs! That's literally why I asked. Why is the pole not blue anymore? Why is it now white? It's not a live ladder, is it? That's better. I always forget to do this. There we go. Is that the green screen or me? Is that the... that's the green screen. Okay, that one's fine. The other side, I think, is the background. Yeah, the other side is just a dog's logo. Okay, yeah, that makes sense now. I thought it looked weird. I just looked at the wrong side of my green screen. Why do Adobe Pole and 3D options basically the same? No, they're not. They're not basically the same. Hawks will lag in 2029. Yeah, for the 5-year strategy. That's what I like. When Northern win a game in the AFL this year, like Miles McGee said against Richmond around 22. Two on the bench rather than out of legs, even if they do come back close. Richmond will get players back and beat North. Mr. K, that Amosi. There's no Ethan, by the way. Ethan's not turned up in the stream at all, which is interesting. Your coach is a North fan, you feel bad. Another goal for Sydney. Your coach is a North fan. You feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad at North fans too at this point. Do I stream GTA 5? Yeah, I sometimes do on my Twitch. Yeah. I'm just ready for the next one now. But it's they've now like a few months ago they did a trailer. Now they've announced that they're releasing it in full 2025. So that's like September, October. Still over a year left. At this point, North probably have less fans of Gold Coast. Nah, that's impossible, mate. Their fans are just hiding. They'll come back out when they're good again. Some will say North Melbourne fans are cats. Could be on 400 ping. We should kick North out of the comp, bring back Fitzroy. Fitzroy's still there, mate. They're just in Brisbane now. What a goal from Heaney there. You know, I'll have a goal from the angle. I think that's the winning goal right there, to be honest. Dogs could have all the goals from now and they still wouldn't get enough. How about the kicks North Melbourne out? Bring back University team. Did you kick out North and the Devil come to the AFL? North should have moved to Tasmania. Should have never brought Davidoff into the comp. Bontempelli! Let's see if he can make it 24 points. He makes it 29 points. The comeback is not on. Who's the 4% of tipped that predicted that voted Dogs comeback on the poll? That's definitely Mr. Cat. Too many teams in AFL, should be 16 teams. That's going to be 20. What they should have done is made a Northern Territory team. Northern Territory should have a team. Just move Gold Coast there, actually. Australia's a small country. No, it's not. What do you mean Australia's a small country? It takes 4 hours to fly across it. If I fly 4 hours, I'm nearly in Africa, mate. Fake fan, Mr. Cat, not at this game. Canberra would have been a better option than Western Sydney. Then again, 29 points is under 5 goals, meaning 5 goals wins it. Northern Territory Kangaroos. The Darwin Crocodilians. There they go, yeah? Are the Dogs down and out? Maybe not. Talk about population. Well, you could have specified that. You said it's not a big country. That's factually incorrect. It's almost a continent. Yeah, you should have mentioned that, mate. You didn't say Australia is a low population. You said it's a small country, which is not. When someone says it's a small country, big country, they're clearly not referring to the population. If I came out and said, oh, the UK is a big nation, guys, you would have been like, no, it's tiny, mate. And I'd be like, no, I mean the population. Like, you changed your point. This is ridiculous. Not sure we will be player training all week in the heat of Northern Territory and travelling down to freezing cold southern cities to play every week. True, but you know, maybe I'd like a challenge, you know. Plus, they could have great home form, you know. What if people struggle to go up north to play them, and then they finish top 4 because of it, because no one can beat them in Darwin, and then they reach the finals. If they get a home final, then maybe they can scam their way to the grand final. All they got to do is win a few games away here and there to make up for that. When I'm talking about player pools, I'm not talking about population. Because what the hell does landmass to do with player pools? You should ask yourself that, mate. Because you mentioned landmass first. You should have said Australia's population is fairly low for its landmass, not saying Australia is a small country. What do you mean? Not sure there's enough people in Northern Territory sport team. Fair enough. But Gold Coast have like 10 fans. Giants have like 50 fans. So it's like, and they're still operating. Gold Coast get more viewers in Northern Territory. That game against Geelong, they had a lot more spectators than they do at Gold Coast games in over in Queensland. Admit I'm wrong. You said Australia is a small country. You didn't mention population. You just mentioned that it's a small country. My days. I feel like Thomas Fiddy has hacked Genius Hacker's account. You notice how you never see Thomas Fiddy and Genius Hacker in the same room. Just made it. Moved the Suns to Darwin, GWS to Canberra, moved north to Gold Coast, Brisbane go back to being Brisbane Bears, promoting Fitzroy from the VFA to AFL. Another goal for the Dogs. Are they down and out yet? 9:19 on the clock. And call the Swans the Reds and bring in South Melbourne. Or just call them, what were they called before? Sydney FC? What were they called before they merged? Sounds good in theory, I'm not sure enough to be very practical. Yeah, fair enough. GWS in the finals get 70 more fans. Yeah, but that's in the finals, mate. GWS is a team everyone bags for during the finals and your team is eliminated. Yeah, that's only because the teams are eliminated. They were the team people rooting for 2019-2023. They didn't merge. South Melbourne moved to Sydney. Oh, was there not like a Sydney team? Oh. Well done. Gold Coast already created after North. Gold Coast already created after North refused to relocate to Gold Coast in 2007. I see. We need 3 goals in 8 minutes. You're not getting 3 goals in 8 minutes, mate. Save your breath. Swans are getting another goal in the same minutes. You have 20 interchanges left. Well, use all of them, mate. Just don't break the limit. Rush behind. 16 points. Get rid of North Melbourne, St Kilda, Gold Coast, Tasmania Devils. Tasmania Devils, they're not even here yet, mate. What do you mean? One more goal from the Dogs, and you'll believe the comeback is happening. They're trying something, to be fair. Hawks fan telling anyone they can't score 3 goals in 8 minutes. They're not going to do it. Especially not unanswered. Alright, let's stop acting like... Marsh, you've been criticising the Bulldogs the entire stream, mate. What do you mean? Suddenly you think they can do it? Come on now. Let's talk with level heads here. They're not coming back. So easy to get rid of teams you don't barrack for. Yeah, true. Who would want to play in Tasmania? Hawthorn play there willingly. North Melbourne play there willingly. What do you mean? It's possible, except it's against Sydney, who are too stubborn to lose. They're also defending fairly well. On top of that, they will... If the Dogs get 2 goals, I guarantee you Sydney will score straight after. They'll get a goal straight after that. There is no comeback happening today. Okay? It's over, David. The Dogs are home. Accept it. The Dogs are home. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. T-Con, there way too many teams. That's why Skinner game's fallen off the cliff. Why is Skinner the game falling off because of way too many teams? Why is that? I think the bigger issue with the bigger issue is not the amount of teams, it's the fixture. Like, there are certain teams you'll play twice and certain teams you play once, and it's essentially all about money, I guess. And rivalries. Obviously, some teams will get very good advantages over others. I feel like that's more of an issue than, oh, there's too many teams. Why would I want to live there? Tasmania's not in a part of Australia. I went to Tasmania for a bit of travel, and I thought it was the weather was terrible, but it was alright. It's not that bad. It's quiet. Mark behind. Trying to gaslight me into thinking a team with this many behinds is going to win the game. They need bloody 3 goals, mate. Dogs better lose by under a goal, and that is not winning. The AFL is the most rigged league in the world. No, it's not. How is it the most rigged league in the world? Need some making use of these opportunities? Well, you're not. It's like London. Yeah, but London's like very busy and loud though. Tasmania is a bit more like the countryside areas of London, in terms of like it's a lot more quiet. Sorry, not London. Sorry, the more countryside areas of England. Tasmania is more like I'm trying to think of a rural place in England, and there's a lot. Go, Hugo Hagen! 4:53 on the clock, 8 points. Am I going to eat my words? A lot of people in New South Wales and Queensland have never watched game of AFL in their life. Only 4 states, territories. What play AFL? Okay, so what point are you trying to make here? But how does that make it rigged though? Name another league that has an uneven fixture. How does that make it rigged though? You could argue the fixtures are rigged, but like, it's not quite Christmas time. It was packed, and after the St Kilda vs Hoffa game at Utah's, using 2 hours traffic. Went at a very quiet time of the year. I'll let Pickin, what you doing? How are you doing? Man's here last minute. What's going on? That's Sydney survive a Dogs attack. It's funny, Dogs are 3 goals down, except they're only 8 points behind. That's because they've kicked that many behinds. They've kicked almost 3 goals worth of behinds. Like, just think about that for a second. It's ridiculous. An uneven fixture affects the integrity of the league. But how does that... Yeah, but like, how does that relate to too many teams? That's what I want to know. Because like, to make the fixture properly even, like, what are you suggesting? Because even if you make everyone play each other once, some teams will get more home games than others. So surely to make it completely even, you'd have to play each other twice. So, but then, how many rounds would that be? And that would overlap the cricket season as well. So you would need like 12 teams to make that realistic, right? So you need to cut off like a third of the league or something. Otherwise, it's always going to be uneven. Might be able to win if you kick 9 behinds, very possible. 9 behinds in 3 minutes, in your dreams, mate. Launch system 2023 is 100k people, about 250k. That's enough fans for Tasmania Devils. If there's 14 teams... Okay, so you're saying 14 teams, 26 games, play each other twice, about the same as now. Why is that a 50-metre penalty? That's not fair. That's not fair. You've been to a game before, Brisbane vs Richmond 22 elimination final. Nah, mate, you lost that. You lost that fair and square. There's a new poll in the chat. Were the Bulldogs robbed? How dare the umpires are so boring trying to make the game interesting, uninteresting. These umpires have no sense of occasion. You just gave the Swans a win. If I, Razor Ray Chamberlain, was umpiring this game, it would be the most fair game in the history of fair games. Despite how close it's been all game, never thought Swans get 100. AFL needs to be umpire every game. These are the two teams with the highest percentage. Completely rigged, even AFL grades said it was. There was a whole media controversy about it. Last poll got 28 votes. To be fair, since that poll, the views went out quite a lot, and I think that's partly due to the game. The game being really good, having close ending. There's 14 right now, so there's also 21 likes. Normally the bots don't like the video. So I'm surprised there's 21 likes, to be honest. This is never going to win anyways, but that should have not been a 50. That was so ridiculous game, Bulldogs fixed. This is Sydney's joint best start ever to a season. Pretty good. You're gonna take your anger out on Collingwood. You're losing to Collingwood, mate. They'll beat you by 20 points or something. Your next win is Brisbane. You'll beat Brisbane and Freo and North. But you lose to Collingwood. Who the Swans got next? They got Geelong next week at the SCG. Then Adelaide away. Giants at NG Stadium. Then they got Freo SCG. Saints at Marvel, North SCG. Gabba. Dogs again in round 20. SCG. Port Adelaide away. Collingwood SCG. Essendon at Marvel. And then Adelaide at home in the last game. Matty Nichols kicked out for a fan calling a bald-headed flog. That fan is right. You have a chance against Collingwood. No, you don't. You're going to lose to them. They only beat you by 2 goals last year. Yeah, they still beat you. That's the key part, mate. Collingwood have not lost since I've left Australia, so unfortunately you're losing, mate. Only a bald-headed flog would kick out a fan for calling a bald-headed flog. T. Collin and AFL have been rigging for years, so in front of people's face. So, were the Bulldogs robbed? 36% yes, 27% no. 36% they lost it before the 50-metre penalty, which I agree with. 0% they were robbed as a disgrace. Okay. So no one thinks it's a disgrace, but people think it was robbed. Interesting. Well. That's me yawning. I don't know how I'm going to survive work today. I could go to sleep for like 2 hours, but I don't like napping. But yeah, I will hopefully see you tomorrow. For who the flip is playing tomorrow? Freo v Collingwood. This one is 11:10, so that's 40 minutes later than this game started. So not the worst of timing. I'm off work tomorrow anyway, so that's good. Yeah. Tigers will beat Essendon. No, they won't. You're a stupid idiot if you think they will. There's a good or bad result for the Dogs. You lost, so yeah. They won 13 of the last 14 years, and then yeah. How often have they been this bad, mates? And how often have Essendon been this good? And with that grouse comment, I am off. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Yeah, it's been fun. Thanks for coming along and chatting. There's been plenty of you in the chat. And of course, thank you. Shout out to the Big Trooper members, Ravinho and unfortunately Thomas Footy. Yeah, we've had a fun time here. We actually have 23 likes, which I think might be a high for AFL watch-alongs. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining, and I shall see you hopefully tomorrow for Freo Collingwood. This is your boy Davidoff. I said that part actually. And goodbye. No, that's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. And goodbye. See, this guy said he's gonna sub, and I'm giving him time to sub, but he's not doing it. So I feel like he's trying to troll us here. Shall we wait a second to see if he subs? I'm gonna count down from 21, and then I'm gone. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Not now alarm. 14, 13. I'm a bit thirsty actually. Give me a second. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.